Alright, and we have...
Other scum, so you have...
oh, yeah.
So they're both scum, so you have Will Dodd and Wojtek.
New name, I've not seen Will here before.
No, I haven't either.
But, interesting list. Surisu with Fenrir and Guri.
Yep.
Versus Wojtek, Dengar and Ketsu. So another Ketsu build.
But this is another way of doing it. You have another pilot skill 9 with Ketsu. And it's a natural 9. It's not a VI 9 either.
I'm going to quickly go and tell Chris I want Wojtek on the Bespin side, please.
So on the right hand side here. Cool. So yeah, Dengar Ketsu. Wojtek's been playing this for a while. So yeah, we'll have to see how this goes. Obviously, Wojtek's got his nice painted Dengar and Ketsu.
Yeah, look at that paint job. And the massive cannon on top, which he will use as an indicator for where the turret is facing.
Yes, indeed. And I do love that sort of like Hornet style that Wojtek sort of goes to on some of his ships as well. That's really nice.
He likes that, doesn't he?
That black and yellow really works really well.
Really pops.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll just have to see how this game plays out. I
mean, Wojtek is an exceptionally skilled player. I don't know what Will's experience is with the game. So
well, I'll put it this way. In terms of results, obviously Wojtek is a top-notch player, but also part of me wants Will to pull this off because of Guri.
That's true.
So you see that for me, this is going to be one part of me is going to be happy, the other part of me is not. But if it comes to a final salvo, then technically a draw.
Wojtek is also another Moldy Crow player, I believe.
Yes.
Didn't we have one last round as well?
No, we had 1-3, so maybe we should have 1 on 5 as well. 1-3-5.
I don't think we need. I don't think we should need to do a pattern.
No.
He just so happens to have a Moldy Crow member in it.
Yes.
But yeah, and we got of course on the left Will Dodds.
Yep. Like I was saying, I do love Guri. I do prefer her with the title and the fire control.
She's a great tiny mind link carrier as well.
Well, I think she's actually also a pretty decent ace to have as well.
Oh yeah.
She doesn't rely on her maneuvers or actions necessarily to get her mods with fire control and her ability. As long as she's going against the same ship at range band 1, she's got a focus and a target lock covered.
Hello.
Hello. Do you want me to shuffle over to the side now? Take it into
Please do.
Right. So,
I will take command of the overlay once more.
Right. So we're watching Guri. Do you want me to go there, given that you like Guri and you want to watch this?
Okay.
No worries. Let me get through.
Musical chairs here in the booth.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, mix it up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. I mean.
And also, we've got a Paul LaRue artwork Dengar here as well. I know you have your debates about Paul LaRue's artwork. But
I hate his artwork. There's no debate about it. I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't like the style.
Oh, are we back on Ketsu Bosk?
No, Ketsu Dengar.
Ketsu Dengar.
So this is the other variant.
Okay.
And it's obviously interesting as well. As I was saying, obviously Wojtek just lost out on that 100-100 final salvo. So it might be interesting to see if that's played into his mindset. Shouldn't.
So this is Wojtek's versus
Will Dodd.
Will Dodd.
So it is, and it is the punishing one on Dengar as well.
Yes.
Which is nice. Nice, the punishing one being used. It's not often you see the punishing one. Well, at least originally you didn't see it often. You see it more these days, thanks to...
I don't know, it's always...
Round starter, thank you.
It's always on Dengar. Because Dengar is a gun boat, basically.
Yeah, he is, yeah. He was built for that.
Yes, exactly. But the classic, jump master is less so. Okay, so...
Yeah, I agree with you. He's a good artist, I just don't like his style.
Okay.
Got, and then we have Fenrir, Surisu, and Guri on the left-hand side with Will Dodds. It's nice to see an M3A being used. It is a heavy psych still, so not the light psych.
With HLC.
With HLC.
So it means he's got 3 dice at range band 1 and 4 dice at range 2 and 3. That's where he's going to be punishing.
Exactly.
And also...
for those revenge shots from Dengar.
That is the crucial thing. As long as he can get those shots outside of arc and sinks it into Ketsu when he is. I played one of these. This was game 3 for me, actually, at Euros. I played one of these. Dengar did not get a revenge shot all game because it was either A, on asteroid, B, bumping in the arc into the ship, or into one of the ships. So I could just shoot him for nothing with one of them and then shoot the other one at Ketsu. We did have an interesting little thing in the game, though, where I killed Dengar. Ketsu then nearly flew off the board. I then got a bit lackadaisical, and then when Kanan died, nearly accidentally flew Libo off the board.
Well,
so that could be interesting.
One thing we can be pretty sure of, Wojtek is not going to be flying things off the board.
No, that seems apparently like a Sean Riley speciality, apparently, from what I've heard.
Damn, zing.
So he says that's what he's done at several tournaments, and he's made the comments himself. So.
I thought it was Max getting the claws out, not
No. I'm only following up on what I've heard. There's a slight difference in getting the claws out. Oh, you've got
a fan Hedge. Rumbleballer Hedge is number 1.
Oh, thank you.
I do think it's when people get Hedge in the booth. I do think it's nice to have you in here. I mean,
it's nice to have a variety. I think
yes.
Everyone has different things to comment on, different things to say,
as well as different perspectives of the game, and you always bring a fresh perspective.
Do we know Will? Do we know where he's come from?
I don't know. He's completely new to the
Excellent. So more new people is always good to see on stream. Now Wojtek, we have seen before.
Oh, plenty of times.
Regular follower of the Athena Games to X-Wing stream. Wojtek is maybe our top player in the group here.
Well, we say maybe because someone is vying for position.
It is indeed. But Wojtek is Polish. Poland, I think, is a very competitive environment. So he's been brought up in that kind of environment, sort of be killed environment.
Well, and also following on from that, he is part of Team Poland at the upcoming Team Championships.
Yeah.
Oh, I love those paint jobs.
I know, aren't they gorgeous?
What was
Sunburst.
Perhaps afterwards get them hold up to the camera. So
yeah.
But Wojtek, he went. Was it top? He went and made the cut at Yavin.
Top 8 at Yavin.
Top 8 Yavin.
Place at Yavin.
25th at Europeans.
Which I'm calling it right now because Robin Farndon is here and he's already won a store championship, hasn't he?
He has indeed. Robin has won apparently 3 of the last 4 events that he's played in.
Yes.
So coming up rapidly, Wojtek needs to look over his shoulders.
Yeah. However, I'm going to call it right now. If for whatever reason Robin does win today's event, I'm calling it 2018 World Champion.
You saw it here first. Absolutely. But so this is going to be a good game.
Yes.
So 2 heavy ships on the right-hand side.
And technically we're heavy on the left-hand side with a heavy 6.
Yeah. 3 lighter on the left-hand side. And we saw the kind of difficulties light ships sometimes have against heavy ships with Chris's game, didn't we?
We do have track being played because the Shadowcaster is there.
Absolutely, yes.
And there's the hand check. Speaking of turn 0, we didn't go through turn 0, which is a shame. We've got a wheel formation here. Very spread out, though.
Yes.
I think that's going to be to Will's favour. He wants as much room between those asteroids, or to clump them all in one place and play in an open area.
50-50, because if the asteroids are all clumped, that's very dangerous for tractor beams, but you can avoid that area.
Exactly. If
the asteroids are spread out, it's less dangerous for any individual move, but there's a lot more places where the asteroids are a danger.
Yeah.
So
you're hedging. Yeah, you're hedging your bets.
Hedging your bets. Hey. Exactly. So yeah, and then of course we know exactly how dangerous Dengar is.
Oh yeah, we've seen
that. Scary pilot.
Definitely.
Punch out there. A lot of damage.
Well, since the embargo on Jump Masters being on stream has been lifted by myself, to be fair, I don't mind seeing Dengar. Dengar's a nice pilot.
He is.
I think your issue was like
it was
triple scouts.
It was triple scouts
and Manaru.
Yeah,
they were your 2 real issues, but now Manaru's being nerfed.
Manaru on her own is alright. Manaru with other stuff, but Paratani, yeah, we'll see it. Okay, a tiny Mind Link coming to play. Here we go.
Are both sides running Mind Link?
No.
No. So Wojtek is running expertise on Dengar, because of course
he does like expertise. Wojtek, very big fan of it.
K4 security drive with unhinged astromech, great combo.
Yep.
Make 3s green and give you a target on the greens. Means he's got good attack power with expertise and combined.
Yep, absolutely.
Punishing 1 to give him the extra attack dice, of course.
Yep.
Veteran Instincts on Ketsu along with K4 security drive for the same reason. Shadowcaster, and this time there is gyroscopic targeting on board.
Yes. I was mentioning, at the end of the combat phase, that means he can rotate his mobile firing arc. So if he knows he's going to potentially overshoot, and he set his arc up, say, to Ketsu's left, he can then swing it to the back.
Which I like that. I like that it's not like...
Wojciech apparently has a fan as well.
That is indeed Miss Chelsea Fine, who was earlier on board. I believe that someone who David knows very, very well.
Very well.
So, straight into the fight there from Wojciech. Very aggressive moves.
Yeah, they're not hanging around.
No, absolutely. We could see a very quick game here if the first pass goes badly for one or the other players. Okay.
Well,
don't we like those wham-pan kind of games that just like straight up in the grill?
Wojciech has the pilot skill advantage, although Fenrau will fire at the same time. So
and we know how dangerous Fenrau is as well.
Indeed.
Fenrau can be a real monster sometimes.
I would also take the fact of Dengar and Ketsu, the last things to move, that Will does have the initiative in this as well.
He does.
A clever block could be exactly what he needs.
And
Wojciech will have to watch out for that. So that's the one big advantage low pilot skill has.
Yes.
But again, Wojciech is less worried about it. K4, expertise, he's still got those dice mods anyway.
And also the fact of a tiny mind link's in play. If one of them's stressed, they all become stressed.
Exactly.
So, that could make an issue to like when to time those sloops or K turns.
Yeah. Now, here's an interesting thing. We didn't see Ketsu's ability come into play once last game, did we?
No.
And that's, I think, because what was the sorry, I've forgotten the chap's name on the last game.
Chris Burdett.
No, other one.
Oh,
because he's not
Callum.
That's it. Yeah, Callum, I think, treated it as a nice extra. Okay?
Yeah.
Whereas Wojciech is closing head on with his Lancer. He is going to be looking to use that ability. He's going to be looking to get those tractor beam tokens.
Well, look at this here. He was saying to Guri there, if Guri wants to boost forwards, there was potential, let's say this was the final positions, of being an arc in both.
Yeah, he's...
actually, look where that line is. If they're going straight, he's right in between both of them.
There is a likelihood here that Guri will most certainly get her token.
Interesting for Fenrau. I suppose he doesn't
That's
want...
not Fen.
Oh, yes, sorry, that's the... Yes, he wants... in that case, I'm surprised that's fast. I'd have thought you'd want to slow.
I would have gone straight.
So, interesting. Ooh, and Fenrau swings out.
I think he's going to go for a flank here, which is... I think it's a bit too late,
now
personally.
I'm predicting a boost from Fenrau in order to... Yeah, I think Wojciech's fast move has probably put Will off a little bit. Sometimes pressuring your opponent like that...
It has put Will on the back foot here.
Yeah, exactly. So, now Wojciech... If Wojciech's done a slow roll, one forwards, he's got a big advantage. No Fenrau is Will in serious trouble here.
I agree.
Yeah.
And also, if those big punishing shots are going to hit Guri, and Guri could quite easily go out in one.
Starwipers are good, but they're not invincible.
They're not good at range band one, unlike Fenrau.
Yeah, so how fast is Wojciech going?
He's lining up alongside. He's going fast.
That looks like a bump. Yeah, okay, so that's one. That's a bump in there.
So he must have done like a 4 then, really, or 3 or 4.
Yeah, because okay.
K4
K4
security.
K4. Yep.
So he's going to put the target lock here on obviously Sirisu.
No, he can hit Guri because he can barrel roll Guri to get a shot if he wants to.
Oh yeah, because he's in both.
Because his arc's
in front.
I think he'll still go for Sirisu because that's the easiest thing to kill. If Guri stays where she is, then she can't shoot the Lancer. But he's obviously thinking about it. He's wondering about that barrel roll. Guri's the better target.
Well, how about this then? Ketsu target locks Sirisu. Guri stays exactly where she is. Her only viable attack target is potentially in Arc Dengar. Two big hits against from Dengar.
There we go. And if you look at Wojciech's tokens, those are, of course,
the 2017
Yavin open target locks. Yeah, very, very happy to get those. He was. So,
and also the maneuver templates are as well.
Yes.
That's going to put your opponent on edge. That's going to put your opponent on edge. I'm against a pro here.
Personally, in terms of templates that have come out this year, I would have rather had the R2D2 ones because
those are pretty shiny. Yes.
Yeah. And obviously, being a predominant Rebels player as well, R2-D2 is kind of a real iconic.
Well, I think, regardless of the player, it's R2-D2.
Mm.
You know, it's an iconic film.
So, Serisu is in trouble this turn. I think that's a reasonably safe thing to say.
Yeah. Guri gets her focus token.
Absolutely.
Which means everyone gets their focus token.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm going to move the... We're going to bring perfect timing as we bring the overlay up here.
Nicely done. Yep. Okay. Very good. Okay, so there's the mind link kicking in.
There's one thing I need to change, which is Ketsu's currently got a damage, which he's not.
Yeah. But yeah, that punching Fenrau out, I think that's a serious mistake here.
But he set up like that. He went straight, and then straight, and then had to bank away.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Because Wojtek has now got perfect, absolutely perfect.
He's tractor beam Sirisu.
Yeah. In order to get both shots from both, but basically now Serisu's heavy laser cannon can't come.
Hang on a minute. No. Would you have moved her away so when you shoot Guri, she does not get her reroll mods?
Sorry,
Sirisu, you can reroll defense dice.
No, he'll take Serisu down first, I think. He's got the target locked.
There's one hit there, target lock going on. Because Sirisu doesn't get the benefit of his own ability.
Yeah, Serisu doesn't work on herself.
Wait, what's that?
1, 2, 3.
I mean, he just measures range illegally. There was a... What?
No, that was just shooting. So 3 hits. Serisu spends her evade token.
And takes absolutely nothing.
No damage. But now
here comes Dengar.
Dengar, yeah.
With 5.
And if Serisu shoots Dengar...
4.
Yeah. So
really good attack.
That is nasty.
And what that means is effectively...
Oh, God.
Good Lord.
That is bad
3.
news. Yeah. Is that...
Sirisu's on 1 already.
Yeah. Ouch.
Ironically, that was from the upgraded title.
Yeah, and she can't shoot... Why was she rolling 3 dice? Has she got a... Has she got a stealth device?
She does have a stealth device, yes.
Not anymore, yes. Oh, that's... Oh, dear.
So if she had the stealth device, she'd have been rolling 4 dice.
Yeah, but she'd been tractor beam, yeah.
I keep forgetting that minor tractor effect.
She should have been rolling 2 dice because the Shadowcaster title. Second tractor beam.
Well, Wojtek forgot about that.
So. No, because he didn't get a tractor beam first. Sorry, my apologies. We're getting it wrong. That was.
There's a hit crit there.
Yeah.
From so that's something.
That's Serisu, I'm assuming.
Yep, 2 shields off on Ketsu.
Yep.
That's still. I think the exchange is better on Wojtek's side here.
Yeah. And now Guri comes in on Dengar, if he wants to. I'd say it's almost worth not shooting. No,
according to Zugzog, he checked Dengar Serisu range before he moved with tractor. Ooh, well. Yeah. Oh, that looks like a focus there. I didn't.
And because I think Dengar will shoot back.
Yeah.
This is why Dengar is scary. So now, sometimes it's almost worth not shooting Dengar because now Dengar gets 4 dice back for no damage.
I'm going to investigate this, guys. You can continue watching.
Okay.
The bunch of live playback.
Yes.
Yes.
So Serisu, Guri takes damage. Reroll. What's the reroll for?
Sirisu.
Serisu. Yes, of course. Serisu. There we go. So Guri managed to get away without damage, I believe. Ooh, lucky. Very lucky.
To be fair, for a free shot,
yeah,
taking a shot on Guri was not a bad option.
Okay. So Wojtek's equations are easy here. I think he sloops with the Jump Master.
Yep.
He K-turns with Ketsu.
Sloops, white sloops, takes the focus, then potentially has the Plasma Torps just to absolutely rip through. But I don't think that'd be necessary.
No. Serisu's on 1 hit. She's in trouble.
Yeah, and with only 3 dice, range 1, 4 dice, you know, it's dead. Academically dead.
Yeah. So, and only 15 minutes in, still got a whole hour. I don't think this is going to last the whole hour for you.
No.
He needs Fenrau to get on the charge.
He does indeed. And that's the thing. Losing your Fenrau's worth of firepower there, that was really, really bad. Yeah. Terrible there. Yeah.
However, on the other hand, would you say, if Fenrau was there, you go, I'll punch my 3 shots at Fenrau. If it goes through, you quid in.
Yeah, but you've got to start damaging Dengar sooner or later. But as it is, and he could have shot Ketsu. As it is, he's given up an entire turn's worth of shooting with his most damaging ship. And now Fenrau's going to be out of position. If he swings round, comes round, he's not going to get a shot on Ketsu or Dengar either. Again.
Yeah.
So that's another turn. And then he's facing the next turn when they go head-to-head again.
Mm.
So Wojtek really has the control here. He really has the advantage here, I'd say.
Yeah. So I'd say definitely a hard manoeuvre here from Fen. Hard move left, but yeah, the damage has already been done.
Yeah,
I think.
Exactly. Okay, so here we go. First off is so we have Guri moving first, I believe. Sloop, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yep. So Sloop behind. Okay, that makes sense. Yep. No fire control system on Guri, I believe.
However, Wojtek has not moved his arc. So if he doesn't use his action to turn the target round, or doing a K turn,
so there's the stress for everyone.
Yeah,
that's bad because Serisu's options are now limited.
Yep.
And that's going to be a bump. Yeah, no other good options out of there. Thumps and no actions for Serisu. Serisu is so dead this turn. She is going down. There's no way that's going to be avoided.
Ben has to do a green hard.
David, can you keep an eye on overlay? I need to go and check something.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
too hard with Fen. Clears the stress. Do focus.
Can't even boost left because
Dengar.
Dengar is still in the way. So focus. Use Fenrau as your focus power this turn. That's the only one you're going to get.
That is the thing with these tiny lists. I'm going to use it as anything now because you've obviously got this version, Palatini, Paratini.
Yeah.
All you need is one of them to clear their manoeuvres.
Yeah.
And be able to do a focus.
So here we go, exactly as we predicted. Dengar does his sloop.
And also out of arc of Sirisu here.
Yeah. Ketsu will do the K turn. Only Guri will get to fire. Serisu will die this turn, and Guri may take some damage. Yeah. So K turn. Ouch. This list is with Dengar is just so powerful when you try and take it head on. I can see what Will was trying to do going by the side, but unfortunately, what it did is just denied him all the shots. Now.
Exactly.
This is not looking good for him at all here.
Yeah, I would have set up because you don't even get the chance. I would have made sure I set up perfectly. If you're going to run a channel, make sure you run that channel.
Yeah. Okay.
Because he ran a bit too far into the board.
So here we go. This is Dengar. This is Ketsu because he wants a tractor beam first on Serisu. Serisu evades.
One natural evade.
Okay, so Dengar's going to kill Ketsu instead. Range 1. Oh, that's bad news. That's seriously bad news. And Dengar is the one with all the mods. So target lock from previous turn. Nice. Dun, dun, dun. 4 hits. Serisu dies.
Worst case scenario is actually Dengar had the expertise.
Yes.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So Serisu.
Serisu is now. No. There isn't a thing in there.
Oh yes.
Edge.
Right.
It's if you just scroll slightly further up.
That's right. So.
L2 destroyed. Yeah.
Down Serisu goes. Bam. And that's one ship of 3 already finished.
Yes.
Admittedly, the
points wise. Actually, no. Points wise, they're pretty similar across the board. Actually, I remember when I was looking at it.
Okay, so this is Guri shooting back. And what does that? What's that? So this
Dengar's
is Dengar's
revenge
shot again. Okay. And that is expertise. 3 hits. Guri. Does Guri have auto thrusters?
Yes.
Yeah, so should hopefully be okay.
I rolled 4 Vade dice with
and that looks fine. Yeah. Okay. Serisu is down.
Oh dear. All right. So I just I've been trying to see if I can get a playback on Twitch. Unfortunately, Twitch doesn't do live playbacks when YouTube does.
Yeah.
This is why I love YouTube.
Never mind. Never mind.
So we can't verify the statement of Zug Zug. If Hedge did pre-measure, then he would be getting a warning for that.
Yes.
Even though this is, don't forget, a relaxed tier event.
Yeah.
Sword Championships used to be a higher tier. I believe it was it wasn't relaxed. There's formal and there's formal and premier. Store Champs used to be a formal event. They were downgraded to a relaxed event. But I agree that we can't without the evidence in front of us. We cannot.
Yeah. Are you streaming on Facebook? Does Facebook allow live playback?
I did look at that as well.
No. Never mind.
I looked at both and I couldn't find any way to rewind either.
Never mind. Okay. I think it's at this point it's academic. This game is very clearly in Wojtek's favour.
Yeah.
Will losing 2 turns of fire from Fenrau is just painful. Okay.
Now he's just blasting this in on a 3 straight.
His only real option, he's going to try and block Dengar's next move.
That being said,
Ketsu.
chat. Our judge is keeping an eye on things.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. Trying to get in the range 1, but I don't think that's going to help Guri.
I don't think that's going to help. Yeah.
Well, if Guri gets collided by Ketsu,
if Fen had got in the game sooner, it might be a very different scenario we're looking at. But
yeah, as it is, losing those 2 key turns of fire when you really need to put some damage down.
He's covered both angles here. If Wojtek goes back right, he hits Fen and has an out of arc shot from Guri.
Fen needs to boost, otherwise he's going to risk well, no, he's missed it. Because right now it's not looking good for because Ketsu might say, you're right next to an asteroid. That's convenient.
Shadowcaster Sisal. Yeah, if you can hit Fenrau at range 2.
It looks like it's range. It looks like it might be range 2.
Yeah. So that's a green.
It now is range 2.
Yeah, which will give Wojtek a target lock with the K4 security, I believe.
Yeah, which he will then take on Fenrau because he can't attack Guri.
Yeah.
Fenrau's going to end up on an asteroid.
The one advantage, because
Fenrau attacks first.
Fenrau does attack first. But going over an asteroid next turn is still bad for him.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Right, so, no, he's taken it on Guri, so he's going to tractor beam Guri off of him. I'm really surprised. I'd have gone for Fenrau. And this is a hit. But here's the thing about him, he's a turret.
That's why he didn't move.
Yeah.
That's why he did what he did.
Okay.
So which one does he hit?
I think he's going straight. I think he's hit Guri first. Yeah, he has. Now, I don't think he's got a revenge shot on Fenrau.
That could easily be arranged.
What he's going to do, he's going to use Ketsu's ability to tractor Guri off him, so Guri can only shoot.
No. Move Fenrau into arc.
Okay,
move Fenrau into arc.
I think Fen might already be in arc.
He took the target lock on Guri. If he was going to tractor Fenrau, he would have done it.
Well, actually, there's the other target lock going on to Guri right now. So that's verifying.
He's going for Guri. So he doesn't even actually need to tractor Guri off that. He just leaves her there, and then Fenrau gets a revenge shot. Yeah, so Ketsu goes. Tractor beam goes on Guri. I reckon he won't move Guri.
Is it a must?
No.
It's May. It's a May trigger.
Yeah, so he's just reduced the agility.
That's going to hurt.
Oh no, they are doing it.
Because I guess we wouldn't get our attack anyway.
I suppose that lets Ketsu get a shot.
Yes,
sorry.
That's the key thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And to as close.
Yeah, that was very close.
So Dengar's going to take damage here. Guri could die here.
Yes.
I'd almost say don't take a revenge shot with Guri. Sorry, don't take a shot with Guri so Dengar doesn't get a revenge shot. Unless Fenrau's in range, in which case Dengar is gunning for Fenrau straight out. No way you don't kill Fenrau if you can.
And you have two chances at going for it.
Right, it's Fenrau to attack first, which I'm pretty sure that's range 1.
I'm pretty sure that's range 1 as well.
Definitely range 1 is they're checking the arc here.
I think they're checking the arc for Dengar more than anything else.
Well, also, for Dengar, and obviously then if it's in arc for this, for the Concord Dawn.
Yeah, absolutely. So it works both ways. Right, but then he also has auto thrusters as well.
But the definite one over the might not get one.
Yeah. So.
Oh!
That's nasty. He's thinking about spending his focus for 5 damage.
He's got a target lock on Guri. You might as well spend it because. Oh, okay.
But then you say, okay, fine, you've got no defensive mods, and I've got you an arc with.
No, because Dengar's
now taking up 1 shield.
Expertise Dengar, isn't he?
Expertise Dengar.
Yeah, he'd still get mods.
Yeah, but not rerolls. That's the key.
Yeah, so revenge shots. Bam, bam, bam. 3 hits on Fenrau.
Concord Dawn Protector.
And title, yeah, Fenrir's ability.
So
4 evade dice,
one
1
evade.
sets to that, yeah. And he looks
There's
fine.
3. He was fine.
Perfectly fine.
He should have spent it on the attack, but I guess you can't guarantee that.
Yeah.
So
So I'm really surprised that Wojtek didn't target lock Fenrir and go Fenrir range 2 from Ketsu.
However, now it means that Guri can attack and not be worried about Dengar's return fire.
Yeah.
Assuming she survives.
Yes. Right, so this is who's this firing? Ketsu?
Ketsu at Dengar.
Ketsu at Dengar.
Not Dengar, Guri.
Guri, yep. So agility down because of that. So
2 dice. There's an evade there.
But it's not enough.
No, but it's still...
Shield down, so Guri is shieldless.
Double tracted.
Yes, Shadowcaster title. So she's now rolling 1 evade dice against Dengar.
Painful.
So 4 dice Dengar, 1 dice Guri. Ouch. And it's this double tractor token that can hurt. Right, so spend the target lock. There we go. And expertise, 3 hits. Okay.
It always surprises me how transports seem to do more in this game than actual starfighters.
And have better, be able to fly better.
Yeah.
2400s, Falcons, Ghosts.
To the point.
Jump Masters, yeah, exactly.
I think I saw an amazing kind of chart on the X-Wing UK page which showed the concept art that showed the supposed speed of the ships comparatively, and the Falcon was slower than everything.
Yes.
Yeah, in the game, it's really maneuverable.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
There's...
Okay, so
2 hits.
Yeah, so 1 shield off Dengar there. I think. Yeah, got to be Dengar.
Only other shot.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so could have been worse for Will there.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Something to note here. What I I built a lance build, but using a Sarge instead. But it means I could put Ketsu crew. So if that was the other way round, and there was only one tractor there, it's a guaranteed tractor for next turn.
Yeah. Now, interesting choices. The Lancer, K-turn again, I think. Unless he wants to do something with Dengar. Now, Dengar does have a right sloop, but it's red.
That is true.
Here's the question. If you were Wojtek, would you take the right sloop, knowing it would stop your expertise and leave you stress for next turn?
And you wouldn't have the target lock or any modifications.
Or would you go somewhere else, knowing, and basically just take the turret shots, knowing that each ship you're firing at has auto thrusters?
It's a hard one.
Tis, yeah.
However, if Guri becomes a 2 dice with auto thrusters and you're at range band 1, 4 against 2.
Yeah. See, I almost say maybe hard turn Ketsu right, do the sloop on Dengar, because Guri's probably going to want a sloop. You might get Dengar's ability. So Guri is doing a...
It's not a K-turn.
They don't have a K-turn, do they?
What does it do?
She's booking it.
She's running, yeah. And I predict she's going to be the focus battery this turn.
Fenrir's probably going to run as well.
Or is he K-turning?
He doesn't really like stress. That's the thing. I mean, he likes clearing it. He can clear it very
The
easily.
trouble is, you give Guri stress, and Guri doesn't like stress.
Yeah, that's also a factor.
Exactly.
So you want to keep Fen unstressed.
I think Will's calculation here is he cannot outjoust these guys.
All right, little shout out to our viewers. A-Train1313, Evil Badgers. Again, Evil Badgers going on here. Fake Went, Casfanatu, Lethy 2017, Naradas 77, The Madge, Wildman 103, and Zugzog is what I'm going to call you since it's WWW Zugzog Orc. But yeah, Zugzog. Yeah.
Okay, so
there was the K-turn.
I'm not sure that's the right call.
Did he? Yeah.
Guri
is now well out of it, stressed like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so a turn there from Dengar, so he can sloop next turn or swing round as needed, but probably a sloop. And I'm going to guess a K-turn again.
Yeah, here we go.
Lancer. Yeah.
But also what it means you could do with Guri is a 1 bank right and barrel roll, and then do a focus from Fen
But
by doing a 2 straight
however,
green.
she's facing the wrong way for the engagement.
Yeah, but still, a 1 bank and bring it back. You'll be closing in the field quite quickly.
But in that time, those things can catch up with you, and they can shoot you in your exposed side.
Don't forget that Shadowcaster can clear stress very easily.
And
it has amazing dial.
It's an amazing dial when it's going fast.
Yes.
It can't go slowly.
Here it wants to go fast.
Oh yeah, here it does.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I think this is why Ketsu, is actually more interesting than Sarge.
3 natural hits.
Yeah, Ketsu flies very, very differently.
There's 2 shields here.
Okay, so Dengar has lost a shield. No revenge shot because he's got Dengar out.
And had to spend his focus.
Yeah. See, this is it's interesting. I think Wojtek had some tricky choices there with which one he turned around. Maybe he made the wrong choice.
We've also got a few people from the Weekend Warlords up here today, which is nice.
I noticed that.
Yeah. Nice to see people coming and from far away.
Oh, it's always nice. We have a hit. Whoa! Shooting some collisions from asteroids there.
I didn't think anyone had any seismic torpedoes.
Okay. So, and this is on. Who is this on?
I think it's on Fenrau. Evade, auto thrusters, range 3. Yeah, so that was on Fenrau.
Okay, and what are they going to do with Fenrau?
Dengar, it looks like he's thinking about which target he's going to go for. He's gone for Guri.
Yeah. Concentrate your fire.
Yeah. Fundamental principle of X-Wing.
Yes. Of tactics.
Yeah,
There you go. There's 2 there.
Yeah, auto thrusters.
Yep. He's all right.
Okay. So we're starting to do a little bit here, but Guri is well out of position here. Fenrau is the key to it.
If Fen can take down Dengar next round, then Will might just pull this back.
Yeah.
But it's still gonna be a struggle.
Yeah.
And at this time, Guri is not in a favourable position.
No.
And she's in a great opportunity to get quickly set upon by Dengar.
Yeah, absolutely.
That being said,
so
yeah, sorry.
Sloop for Dengar, no question.
Mm-hmm.
That is easy. Ketsu, I'd actually say Ketsu, keep your stress 1 bank to the left so that you can tractor
Fen.
Because Fen is probably going to go after Dengar.
Yeah, agreed. And he might even put himself close to the asteroid, which give him perfect bait.
Guri clears the stress. She's going to be the focus battery, I predict. Yeah.
So it means that then, therefore, Fen is not doing a green. Or maybe he is.
Well, I think he would want to do his green, and
there is one.
Okay, so he's banking.
Oh dear! If you boost, you're gonna. No, either way, he's gonna be on an asteroid most likely.
Yeah. So this is where if Wojtek's clever, if he's done that 1 bank.
Well, no. If he's barrel rolled, if he barrel rolls further away.
Yeah. Then Ketsu's shot might get him.
Yeah, and if you barrel the other way, you then risk the other asteroid.
No, he's
turtling.
He's evaded, hasn't he? Has he evaded focus?
Focus.
Yeah, focus. Okay. So obvious move here. No one really surprised at that at all. That white sloop on the Jumpmaster is one of the things that makes it so crazily good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to raise a question to you, Hedge, which I asked someone the other day.
Okay.
TIE fighters.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be good if they had a title?
Yeah, I don't worry so much about what cards or slots they have. I worry about what they can do.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's the thing. What would you do?
Okay.
Oh, okay, getting it off fence.
Barrel roll out the way, and these have been magnetised as well, as you can see there. So Dengar's now flying on the side.
So what would you do if you had to make a TIE fighter?
Maybe something like a 1-pointer. If you're firing against something that has more agility, add an extra red dice. So a reverse
lightweight frame.
Lightweight frame. Because let's face it, TIE fighters these days just don't cut it.
Oh,
there was a time.
We have got a collision here.
So he's done the right thing. He's done what we suggested. I'm assuming that's keeping the stress because it was a 1 bank, was it, or 2 bank?
It was.
Or was it bigger than that? Because that feels a long way for him to have come.
Yeah, I think that was like a 1 actually. It looks like the stress is still there, so I think he is still keeping it. Oh, Wojtek, you little jammy bugger, putting your fingers down like that.
Right. Now Will he try and barrel roll onto the rock? I think he will.
I think he will because
He's got to.
I saw his thumb and finger go down there. I saw his thumb and finger go down there.
Right. Okay. So.
Is that legal?
I don't know. I don't think it's not.
You're not using.
You're not using any other reference. If you've got that worked out to it like that.
Yeah. So what's he doing there? So he's shooting.
Checking range, I think.
Did he? So there's the tractor beam token on Fenrau.
Yeah.
Here comes the barrel roll.
He's got to go for it, hasn't he? I can't see a way this is missing.
It's a small rock.
It's a Shadowcaster range 1 only.
Or has he?
No, so Shadowcaster is any range, but the
why did he then have to measure?
The Ketsu's range is 1.
Oh.
Yeah. So, right. So Fenrau's on the rock and is going over rock next turn. Ouch. Did he roll for the rock?
Yes, and
so this is Ketsu firing at Guri now.
Correct. I think that's what it is.
Guri is a range 2 or 3.
You just throw up in your mouth, David.
No,
Fair enough. Okay, we spent that. If Guri lives for now.
Will has had some good evade results.
Unfortunately, he's had terrible luck when it comes to asteroids.
Yeah. So, and then Dengar.
Crit.
Range 2. This is not where Fen wants to be.
Oh! That's exactly what Fen doesn't want.
Absolutely. So...
Fen is on 1.
Fen is on 1 left.
Out, and that's
actually, hang on. Whoa.
He's dead.
Oh, so he must have taken one from the asteroid.
Fen's dead.
Fen goes down. Ow.
Have you also noticed, though, what damage check is Will using?
The new one?
It looks like the old one to me,
I think it's the new one.
It's the new one?
I think it's the new one.
Oh,
you're allowed to use the old one if you wish.
I know, but I was just thinking, is that the old one and could potentially then have the EPT loss?
Possibly, yeah.
Well, it was a good game.
Yes, yeah. There's no way for Will to win here.
Well, let's see what happens because I did say earlier that, I like having Guri left till the end, but with 2 hull, that's not a favourable.
Yes, I know you say you like having Guri left to the end, but usually you've got more stuff on Guri than just a tiny mind link
and auto thrusters.
One of which is now pretty much null and void.
Well, it is null and void. There's no other ships to friendly pass to.
Exactly.
So, what's Guri doing? Sloop.
Hard 1.
Oh, hard 1. Yeah.
Nah.
And boost. So when he's going for the MOV, he wants to do 1 point of damage on Dengar.
He's not going to catch Dengar.
And also...
Wojtek will make sure he doesn't catch Dengar.
Yeah, quite possibly.
And also, at the primary arc, if he barrel rolled, he would have been in it. That's why he boosted. He's probably got range 1 here.
He's avoided Ketsu because
So what I predict, Ketsu will turn... There we go.
Wait.
So Wojtek has a moving turret.
Then turn arc, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And Dengar, I think he's going to bring Dengar in.
Yeah, but would he barrel roll to get him out? Ooh.
No, because Dengar can shoot first.
Yes.
Guri has to survive.
Tiger lock? No, not Tiger lock. Yes. No, not Tiger lock because it's just...
No, can survive both shots in order to do anything.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Focus is a better thing to go for here.
Yes.
I was head 4.
Right.
Guri, range 1 of ship.
Yeah, so she gets a focus token.
Thank goodness, I think he needs it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And here comes Ketsu. Ooh. Target lock spent.
Yeah, no focus token.
Yeah, just 1.
Yeah.
Out of arc. Oh no, it's special arc, isn't it? There you go. 1.
Yeah, okay. Now comes Dengar.
This is the hard one.
Has Dengar got torpedoes?
Yes, he has.
He has.
He's not
using them though. Reroll that. Blank. Hit a crit.
Not a great dice. Wojtek's had some unlucky dice rolls.
I think he's got plasmas.
So not that useful.
I thought he had plasmas.
Yeah,
or maybe not because he was playing it.
Yeah. He got enough evade to evade that though. So he gets a modified attack back at Dengar.
He can try and claw back some MOV. Yep. And it's worth it. It's worth it even with the revenge shot because if you just do damage, any point of damage.
Oh, that's a blank in there.
Dengar doesn't have a focus token.
Dengar takes a shield and also removes a well, takes a damage card as well. So
yeah,
a
okay.
bit more
So
than expected.
he's got some MOV out of this.
That was Ketsu's. Oh,
Revenge shot back.
you've just done the damage on
Oh,
Ketsu.
wrong one.
Yes.
Yes, I did. Yes, you're right.
Okay. And
There it
that's
is.
it. Game over.
Game
Okay,
over.
Yeah. So, shall we pop through and ask them to hold their ships up? The repaints.
Yes.
Please do. I'll go and do that.
Go for it. Okay.
Do you want to get them in here for a
Yeah,
chat? as well?
yeah.
Let's do it. We've got time. I think.
We've got time. It'd be nice, obviously, because Will, we have not met before. We've got 35 minutes.
Okay, shall we say 20 minutes, 15 or 20 minutes worth of chat, then we can decide what we want next?
Yes.
Yes.
Pick out good lists. Absolutely.
Sorry, Guri.
Yeah.
This was not the best matchup for it, to be fair, though.
Yeah. But those big ships, they can be really hard to take down.
Oh, yeah.
And Wojtek's speed, that's what he did. By going in so fast, I think he caught Will on the hop.
Yes, definitely. I'll agree with that. Just doing a slight quick change here.
Yep.
Because we obviously need to get some space for... We need to get some space for...
Our two intrepid pilots.
Yes, indeed.
There we go. So yes, and it's almost a theme we've seen today. The big ships that they still have a big advantage, don't they?
Yeah.
The small ships are vulnerable to tractor beams. They're generally lighter and easier to kill. There we go. So there is the Star Viper repaint.
I love that one.
Very nice. That's Serisu.
No, Fen.
Oh yes, Fenrau. Sorry, quite right. There's Serisu. So all in theme. So they all look like they're part of a unified force there.
I do like that because it's like a sunburst effect.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
There
is Wojtek's
Hornet.
Yep, and then flames on the Shadowcaster. Yeah.
Isn't that
and moving turret. Slightly out of shot, but never mind.
I was going to say, isn't that the themed one as well?
Hmm.
No, actually, it's not because Ketsu. Is it Ketsu? Ketsu or Ketsu is the purple one, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
Yeah. I've not seen the Shadowcaster in Star Wars Rebels yet, so
okay.
I'm sure I'll catch up with it at some point. So all right. So what do you think of those repaints, people? Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
In tow with the said ships in question as well.
The moment I looked at them on the stream, I was like, "That's nice." It's like a little bit of a sunburst effect.
Yeah.
You have some beautiful repaints there, both of you.
Did you do the gradient with aerograph or with
I didn't
the
paint
airbrush? Okay.
I got my friend to paint it for me because I have not got the patience at all.
I wonder if this is
I
airbrush
hate it.
or if this is airbrush, I can understand. If this is
Okay.
hand painted. This is just
That's insane. Yeah.
That's
insane anyway.
There we go. Yeah, they are. Place that they are beautiful,
They are
absolutely
lovely, yeah.
stunning. Yeah,
He's done a great job on those.
absolutely. Okay.
Let me get the camera up.
Will, can I ask, where have you come from?
Suffolk.
Suffolk.
All the way
So
from deep Suffolk, yeah.
deep Suffolk.
just over the border there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So welcome to Norwich.
Yeah.
It's good to see people coming to
Yeah.
Athena, coming to the store, and good to have them on stream as well.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
It's been a hell of a learning curve. This is my first ever tournament.
Oh really?
So you literally have gone through a baptism of fire.
Oh wow.
It's been 4 of us playing for about a year and a half, and we've only played each other.
Okay. And
So you learn each
Yeah.
other's plans,
Yeah.
thoughts, and lists inside out, back to front.
Yeah.
How are you finding tournament play so far then?
I mean, I was incredibly nervous. Incredibly nervous. But once I sat down and started having my first game, I realised I'm just playing X-Wing
Yeah, exactly.
with like-minded nerds.
Yeah,
So it's
exactly.
great.
Yeah, precisely.
Now, I'm not doing very well, but I didn't expect
How are you doing so far?
I've lost every game.
Lost every game.
I managed to take points in every game. But I've
Okay.
lost every
Okay,
game.
well that's the thing. And
Yeah.
I think the key thing is think of this as a learning experience. As you go on, you will gradually get to see more and learn more.
Yeah.
And come back again.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
back
absolutely.
and play some more.
I remember for my first tournament, I didn't actually do overly well in that, and then I've got better and better, and
I actually won my first event.
that's a really backwards learning curve.
That might have been the very first one Elliot was
Subtle
streaming.
brag. Subtle brag.
That might have been the very first one Elliot was streaming.
I think it was. You probably could find that on YouTube later on, not now.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yes.
If
So
you're-
it's all been downhill since then.
If you're from Suffolk, then you probably this is not far away from you to get to Bury St Edmunds. They are having tournaments quite often, and there's a very friendly and great.
And obviously lower stock
Alpha
as well.
Games,
It's tough.
Alpha Games.
Alpha Games.
Alpha Games. I'll look into that.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
they have a tournament next week, I think, as well.
Okay.
Okay, so
Next
yes.
weekend.
So what's been the biggest surprise of the day so far? What have you come up against that you've just gone, wow, I've never seen that before?
The first match I had was against the Decimator and Upsilon. With
Ooh.
He played that one.
Missed
Chicky chaps.
Yeah.
Chicky Chats.
which was quite nasty.
Yes.
Double bumping me and just squishy little ships like that.
Indeed, absolutely.
Dealing damage, altering your maneuver dial.
Yeah.
All this stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And of course, we saw that on the stream. Both of you, how do you think that game went and what would you have done differently?
From my perspective, I have played this list many times, and 3 small-based ships are not the toughest matchup for me.
Yeah,
because
It's
my tractor
big
beam,
ships against
my
big
tractor
ships, you
beam
sort of
is
manage to
just
control
gonna ruin their life.
Absolutely.
And especially the 2 of them are lower PS than me, so they have to expect where I'm gonna land. And if I bump, I'm more than happy with all the bumps in the world because I get like 4 out of my 5 possible actions during a turn, even if I bump.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Well,
I'd probably fly something other than a Starbite. As much as I love it, it's
The reason why we had you on stream is because of my actual own personal love of Guri.
Yeah.
I took Guri to we had a Joker tournament here, so we had to play certain ships and lists, and for Scum it was Star Vipers, and I love the Star Viper. I even took it to Europeans for a Hangar Bay event with its wings broken because of damage in the hotel room, but. I don't know about you, but I'm gonna be loving when hired guns come out.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
yeah, absolutely. And the points decrease on the Star Viper combined with the extra barrel roll options, I think is going to give a lot of
effectively as well. The 3 points you save, so if you want to keep this list going, the 3 points you could save, you could put the Vigaro title and fire control for naught.
Yeah. Is it Vigaro or Virago?
I would add
Virago
something from your perspective. I wouldn't take the initiative in this game.
Okay.
I would leave Fen to move last, to be able to maybe dorsal marks, but then you have to be very careful not to bump into me because I'm big and trying to
6 to 1, half a dozen.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bit of each. Yes.
It's a very glassy
So,
list.
So good flying, both of you. It was nice to see on the stream again. It was nice to see Star Vipers on the fields. I agree with Dave. They're beautiful. They're beautiful ships.
Beautifully made. I think overcosted. So I think the title is a good thing for it.
Looking forward to that.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Okay. And Wojtek, what does that put you on now?
Well, I'm 1-2 now.
1-2. Okay.
I had 2 great games in the before, but I've lost both. The second one on the final salvo.
Well, technically under the old system that would be 1-1 and 1.
Yes. The first one was very close game as well. Dengar survived on 1 health, the crucial moment.
Yeah.
Like early in the game, he rolled 5 evades with 5 dice, and that was this 1 point of damage that I missed later on. But my opponent played perfectly, and like it was Dengar Fen in Aldra list, all on 9 games with infinite focus for Dengar as well, so he can use Overclock R4 to get more focus, more stress as well, and then he's got the Inspiring Recruit as well, so he can clear 2 of those stresses every turn. And even if he can't, he will get focus from someone else. So
absolutely.
Really clever.
Yeah, and I think it's worth mentioning here that Athena Games, I think, is one of the more popular X-Wing locations in the country, in the UK.
I like to think that. Whether
Yeah,
that's true or not,
but we've
say.
definitely got a big group of players that are around here. And the bigger the group of players, the more people you've got trying out new things, and the more sort of Darwinian the environment is, if that makes sense.
I think for people who might be watching us or watching the recording later on, we have no people flying with, for example, triple jump masters. We've got really nicely, very
Other interesting stat
interesting
here.
method.
No K-wings here at all. Not a single one today.
Right.
Yeah.
What about Dash Miranda? Do we have
no K-wings.
No
K-wings
at all. Yeah.
Only
no dash.
2400, which is Chewy Bow.
Okay.
Yeah. We've only got 1 single TIE interceptor, which is a bit sad. I have a soft spot for the TIE interceptor. They require dead on the money, perfect piloting.
It's like the Fen Rao for the Imperials. Since it fell.
So, like from my perspective, if you guys watching us like to play against non-metalists and all kind of crazy stuff, like
it's the best place to come.
Stride and Captain Oikon combination,
absolutely.
just come to Norwich for a tournament.
Yeah, we have a whole range of things here. So we've got everything all the way from quite competitive, all the way through to the really casual events.
Yes.
Let's take your pick. If one doesn't take your fancy, do another one. So last time we did an epic event, and a couple ago we did the Joker tournament. Each faction had to take one ship that is not otherwise commonly seen of Staff, like of Scum.
The Rebels and the High Punisher for Imperials.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I can also announce that our next tournament, which will be happening on the 12th of August, I believe.
There's a tournament that happens before then, technically.
Well, yes, technically
there's
it's Tuesday. There's the Tank for the Victory. Wednesday, the Tank for the Victory. But the next weekend tournament, which is on Saturday the 12th of August, is going to be a Hangar Bay, and it will be reverse Hangar Bay. Your opponent chooses the list that they pick.
Yeah, 2 lists. Your opponent picks which one he wants to fly against, and you pick for your opponent.
And there is a limit. You cannot duplicate the same upgrade ship or pilot.
Unique rule is in play.
But you can play the same faction twice if you want to. Okay, interesting.
So as long as obviously there's no tie over, so Scum can't have a tiny mining list, for example.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to ask you both a question, which I like to put everyone on the spot with this. If you were to design the next X-Wing expansion, what would it be? Wojtek, I can see you mulling this over.
So I would like to see a large-based Mandalorian ship that Darth Maul was using in Rebels. The one with design very similar to Protector Starfighter.
The
just larger.
Yeah.
That would also be a nice opportunity for them to introduce something with 2 crew slots for Jabba.
Yes, because you only got 1 ship that's not epic at the moment.
The problem with this is it would have to be a large ship with quite a decent hull and shields and a decent guns, probably not great agility.
You're one of those.
Looking at the profile. Now imagine this is the size of a Ghost.
That's beautiful.
Yes, please.
But the problem is that would be probably like base cost around. This would be similar to the aggressors IG-88s.
Which
this would cost about 30 points, which wouldn't be the cheap version to carry Jabba, but that would be like something less clumsy than what
I could also imagine it having a rear arc, because I think there's actually a turret on the back of that thing as well.
Really?
I believe so. There is actually.
I would have to Google
guns on the back, but yes.
But that would be also a nice opportunity to introduce Darth Maul to the game.
Darth Maul.
Like everyone loves Darth Maul.
Yeah,
absolutely.
4 laser cannons, 2 fore, 2 aft.
Yeah.
So that would cost at least 40 points. Right? We are looking at something very similar to Lancer, really.
Yeah. But yeah, I agree. Scum definitely have a gap for a double crew slot ship that can carry Jabba that's not the YV-666.
Yeah. So maybe that might as well be some very cheap shuttle-y thingy for Scum. Something 20-ish points with not good guns, not a lot of.
I mean, that's like an assault shuttle, because there is actually a Mandalorian shuttle which is not as nice, not as glorious looking.
Okay.
The actual class shuttle.
It's like a mix between a Protectorate and a Fire Spray.
Not as glorious, but
it doesn't fly with the hull in the vertical.
No, it's especially the wings. They fold up when they land. That's how all the fighters actually work. Actually,
right.
Wings fold up when they
so
land.
it flies in the position that we are looking at.
That's the position it flies in.
That's the flying position, not the.
Okay. Cool.
Nice.
Will?
There's a few I'd quite like to see, but because I'm such a huge fan of the old Knights of the Republic games, the Ebon Hawk, I think would be quite cool.
Now that's interesting.
And it is very similar to obviously.
Yeah, it also comes from a very, very different era. Okay,
yeah.
we have things from the we have things from the classic era and from the Force Awakens era. The arcs are
Clone Wars.
Clone War era, but it is very clear.
Interestingly, they were also in use by the Empire.
Yes.
But I think the way they've done it with 4 unique pilots who are around in the Rebellion era, it is clear that they are leftover ships still being used and not from that old era.
Yeah. As much as I'd love to see the Ebon Hawk, I love its design. I think it might be stretching incredulity as much.
It won't happen.
Big fan of
I
Knights
can
of the
dream.
Republic, yeah.
Big fan.
Well, we have seen some. So you've seen Rogue One, of course.
Yes.
Everyone watching this stream is a Star Wars fan, so will have seen Rogue One if you haven't switched off now.
Come back
silent now.
Come back in 20 minutes.
Yeah. We have seen they introduced the Hammerhead Corvette design from Knights of the Old
Which is now in Armada.
Which is in Armada.
I noticed that by the tail.
3,000 years old design that they are still using.
Apparently so.
Very interesting.
Well, it may not be exactly the same ship as was used in the Coastal era, but it's obviously got the same design principles. Yeah, with the hammerhead sort of pointing up and down at the front of it. So but it is pretty cool. I mean, at the moment, I only play Armada with Imperials. I like my triangles. But at some point, I'm going to move up to Rebels, and that will definitely be one to be included.
So yeah, just so people are aware, this is the Hammerhead Corvette from. There's the two side by side actually.
Yeah.
So left-hand screen, you have on the left-hand side the new Hammerhead Corvette from current canon, and the right-hand side is the Old Republic Hammerhead Corvette. Very similar.
Does it have the bridge just in front on the hammer?
Yeah,
I think so. Yes.
That's such a weird design, right? Like you'd imagine it somewhere in one of the top parts.
You mean like a Star Destroyer with a bridge right on top?
Yeah. I don't know if it's designed to actually ram into people, because it is designed to ram people.
I'm not convinced it is.
No,
I
it's
think
not.
it just happens to be good at it.
Yeah.
Basically, it's got a heavily armoured prow, and it just happens that if you use it to ram people, it's a bit better at it than other things. I don't think it's specifically designed to ram.
Essentially the shape, a hammerhead shape, so that's where it's there.
And so it's a nice place for all kind of sensors, radars, and radars, this kind of stuff.
Yeah. But they're very distinctive shapes. They're very. I think they look nice. So yeah,
cool.
So Hammerhead Corvette.
So the question is it possible that the Ebon Hawk somewhere survived until the New Republic or Republic?
3,000 years?
Well, the Falcon lived in Legends. It was about around 100 years. The Falcon. So.
It might be somewhere on a desert planet.
100 years.
Okay, 100 versus 3,000, very different, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, but that I agree. It would be an interesting thing to see. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe give it the first Rebel mobile firing arc.
The Oltana cruiser, YT to 2000.
Now that is beautiful. As a massive X-Wing Alliance fan, I can only say, oh god, yes.
Yes.
It is utterly gorgeous.
And that's a perfect design for mobile.
YV.
And then you get you can almost have an Azamine
the entire
the whole family. Yeah, exactly. So
that looks like a crossover between. That looks like a
That's a bit picture.
It's a Corellian Corvette, so it must be similar to the other YT series.
I've seen people having modded ones where they put the thing in the inside there.
And don't forget, we already have Eamon Azamine as a scum pilot. So basically, FFG have already acknowledged the X-Wing Alliance as something they would go into.
So that could be a rebel ship with one pilot who could be scum. Just like we got the other way around.
If they do that, I would say if we're going to get an X-Wing fix, Ace Azamine.
Ace Azamine. Oh, yeah. That and an X-Wing in a double package with an X-Wing fix, Ace Azamine and some other X-Wing pilots. So you get... But you can put Ace in that as well. MK as a crew droid. Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, we're doing this, are we? Okay.
Come on, FFG, we're doing this. Yeah.
We had a design
on Thursday.
Ace's sister, Aaron, was meant to be a really good slicer, so perhaps something to do with, I don't know, slicing into enemy ships or degrading them, something like that as you go. That could be quite cool.
Or you're allowed to equip a slicer for free.
No, that's a bit boring. Maybe
turning cards face.
Turning card.
Got this already on LT calls it,
but more effectively than Saboteur. Yeah.
Yes.
Maybe like Ketsu, the Shadowcaster. If you hit someone with an attack, turn a damage card face up.
Well, I think it makes more interesting effect. Like maybe a roll for a dice, an action roll for a dice on a hit result, give an iron token to the defender.
Iron token could be interesting.
That's happening as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So lots of options there, but no, that would be quite interesting to see.
Yeah. Okay. Nice question. Nice answers. Nice answers.
So, what are you hoping to fly against next, and what are you not hoping to fly against next?
something I might be able to beat. Nice. Anything. No, I'm not too fast. I just want to learn more than anything, to be honest.
Yeah, absolutely.
I come here expecting to lose every game, but anything else I get is a bonus.
Everyone who comes here gets a participation prize as well. What are our prizes today?
Our participation prize is a alt-art engine upgrade. We've got 32 of those. I think we actually have exactly 32 players, or is it 33? One or the other. If we've got 33, I'm really sorry for that last person, but we do have. We're throwing in an extra. We've got some spare alt-arts, which I think we're going to throw in a swarm tactics for that remaining person. But regardless, most people will get an engine upgrade.
Yep, perfect.
Yeah,
okay.
Very good card.
So regardless of what happens, you won't go away empty-handed. You've got the experience and just playing against new and different and interesting people.
It has been interesting.
Hopefully we're not that scary. We don't usually bite.
As I say, I was incredibly nervous coming up there, but everyone's great.
So the best thing to do is, I always tell people if they're on the stream, watch your video back and just analyse where you went wrong.
Yeah. Absolutely, yes. It can be painful sometimes.
It can be really painful at times.
I speak from experience.
Well, take it this way. I threw the ghost on stream once. Yeah, and then you were saying, do the 5k turn.
Your head was
I did the 5k turn. Now it's like do a 5k turn.
He hears it in his head like Obi-Wan.
Yeah. That's what I jokingly said to you before going to European. You'll be there in spirit. Do the 5k turn, you fool.
Yeah, you will see our commentary. I'm not going to guarantee we're always right. We're not the best players in the world, but often having extra people to give extra points of view is often good. And in fact, talking over between yourselves, Wojtek is one of the best players locally and around. Top ace at Yavin. I don't know whether you saw his target locks and his manoeuvre dials. He can, I'm sure, give you some good advice as well. So,
elite pilot right here.
Which links back to this.
I'm David and Goliath.
But David killed the giant. So.
And I have taken down Wojtek.
Yeah.
So
it happens, you know.
It happens. It's just a game.
Yeah. Hopefully everyone here will at least get a win of some kind.
Yeah.
Good luck with your next game.
Thank you.
Yes.
How long we got until the next round? Funny enough. We have 13 minutes, so we've got 3 more minutes for the interview. Then we're going to talk about our next list. But yeah, does the chat have any questions for our players?
You need to see the chat.
Chat's right here.
Yes.
But they love the paint jobs. They absolutely adore the paint jobs.
Do you want to throw this one for whoever will be last? We'll get the.
All right. So Wojtek's throwing an expertise.
Homemade expertise.
Homemade expertise.
You've got some beautiful.
I'm giving them to everyone who I'm playing with because I think that's a nice tradition. I've picked up on the large tournaments. People are doing this a lot. I really like to give it to people.
Yeah, absolutely. Can I ask what do you use to make these? I know there's an X-Wing pilot card creator online.
So for this upgrade cards and for normal pilots, I use the Strange Eons. And then when I'm doing the extended art, I've got a template in Photoshop, and I just tweak it.
Photoshop for the win.
Yeah, absolutely. No, nice going. I might need to borrow that from you. I could see myself doing some nice old art cards.
Oh, I've spent so long. I originally conceived the idea of doing a tournament where we have a committee and we have people make their own pilot cards. But the thing is,
including rules, right?
Yes, including special abilities. The problem is, most people say pilot skill 9. So I think the committee is there for pilot skill and to say the ability is all right, but that's just a logistical nightmare. But maybe one day we'll give it a try. Maybe one day.
Yeah. It's often opening a can of worms when.
Yeah, but if it's for a bit of fun.
Yeah, casual tournaments. Yeah. And we do casual stuff. Don't we?
We do a casual tournament. We try and get a casual tournament every month.
Yeah.
Every month.
Yeah, absolutely. So good going. And with lots of alt arts. So have you guys seen the Lego alt arts that are being handed round?
No.
Yeah. Oh.
Yes. Check these bad boys out.
Wow. That's actually from one of the guys that's come up with.
Luke Bowman has made these himself.
Luke Bowman, we love them.
This is amazing. I could get my eyes off him for about a game and a half.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you know if your Suffolk colleagues are doing any better?
My love.
Luke was actually 2-0.
Okay.
Last I heard. Matt Morris was 1-1. And Ollie Scammell was 0-2, same as me.
Okay. Does that reflect what happens in your local group?
No, normally I win every game. And they've never been able to beat like this.
Oh, really?
So.
By the way, Luke, I think Vortex got the Arc 170 at home. Just saying, he might be hitting you up for another Dark card.
I can't take a picture of this quality anyway, so you still are probably taking the picture from like Lego online.
Yeah, most likely. But
this is great.
Yeah.
And like the best part are the bricks
The
showing
brick showing the statistics.
Insane.
It's such a.
I love it, yeah.
The only problem is you couldn't do a ghost with this because you'd have like 3.
Many rows. Yeah. No,
I mean, you could probably tweak if the whole. Oh no, how is here? You would have to make it a bit smaller and make 2 rows.
Yeah, 2 rows.
Which is not great.
It's not
but
ideal.
it's some kind of workaround.
Yeah. It's you could do it.
It's all printed sideways.
Also, Technic pieces, the holes being used for the upgrades.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh. Right, we've gone over that too long. Thank you both. Thank you both so much for joining us.
Have a winning summer. Thank you.
Thank you both for joining us.
No.
Yeah.
Congratulations for your games. I wish you luck for future games. I wish you luck for future games. Well, good luck to both of you.
Yeah, thanks.
Absolutely.
And thanks, guys, for doing the commentary because I'm gonna watch every single game.
We've had good ones so far. We've had some very good games. I think.
Who knows? There could still be a situation, Wojtek, where you make the cut. Who knows?
I'm not gonna make the cut because I've lost 2 games already.
Of course, yeah.
So we will have one person with 5-0
yeah,
will make the cut,
and then
we
3
have
4-1s.
5 people with 4-1, and 3 of them are gonna make the cut.
Roman Fonda, world champion 2018.
It's not a one who will come with 5-0.
It'd be a really nice, interesting thing to have Robin and Duncan both making the cut.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens.
I know how their last game finished.
I know that Duncan lost his last game.
Okay.
So
Well,
we'll see.
you win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
But good luck to both of you. We'll need to get on to with starting our next lists. But
Absolutely.
good luck to the rest of the
Thanks very much.
Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Slight bit of jiggery pokery around the table here, but nothing I'm not used to.
Okay. So nice to have that chat. When we've got time, I think it's nice to get the wind back in the booth.
I agree. I
Yeah.
agree.
I'm more
Okay.
happy to take my normal spot
So,
back.
do you want me to run the stream next, Elliot?
I'm actually quite good right now.
Okay, no worries. I'll do the next one in that case.
All right.
All right. So, viewers, we have to choose our next game.
And don't forget, if there's any list that you heard us mention before that you would like to see in our 5th game, we like to do our 5th game as a viewer special.
Absolutely, yeah.
So please let us know what you'd like to see.
For the moment, I think we've seen a lot of scum.
We have seen a lot of scum.
So I think we should try for Rebels and or Imperials. If possible, a Rebel-Imperial matchup would be quite interesting.
That would be
So
good.
let's leave the scum to one side for the moment. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, sounds fair.
Well,
Yeah.
I think we should focus on Imperials because we've not had a lot of Imperials in this
I
game.
agree.
We've had 2 lots of Rebels,
3 or 4 lots of scum.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think, and Lloyd Bowman. Lloyd Bowman, the brother, the blooded younglings with Quick Draw, Howl Runner, and a black mini swarm.
Mini swarm. We haven't seen a swarm for a while.
Oh.
Okay. What else have we got?
Then again, I'm thinking of the stream and thinking, maybe not. But
we have seen TIE SF, so perhaps leave them.
Yeah.
Leave them.
Well, that discounts about half of them.
Yes.
No, it's a fair comment.
Yeah. There was Rex. I do like Roberts.
Roberts is nice. It's only Quick Draw, Miraxil, and Soon to Fell.
And what I was saying when I was doing that list,
I do like to see a well-flown interceptor on the field, arc dodging
and
away.
also when I was going through telling people at the lunch break, look at the points: 33, 34, 33. They're sort of virtually
decent,
balanced.
Good, well balanced, yeah.
So it means if you lose one, you lose basically a third.
Do we have anything with TIE Ds? I always think the TIE D
Defender
is more interesting than the X7.
I believe there is a TIE
Is that
D
the one
list
with
in here.
Is that the Vessery?
No, they're TIE X7s.
So I think it might be near the end. I'm sure I saw a TIE D list.
Let's have a look here. So no.
Again, stream. Do you have anything that you'd like to see? Any ships you'd like to see flown from the Imperials?
We have a TIE D with Josh Ince, the 2 Mega Specialists, and the Vessery.
I did see that. Now that's interesting because you rarely see the generic TIE SFs, do you?
Very, if ever.
Yeah, exactly.
And
obviously,
tractor beam Vessery though.
We have seen a lot of tractor beams here today. What else have we got? Did anything catch people's eye?
Well, the thing that caught my eye
Marek.
is where is it? As I said, my vote is for Lloyd Bowman's list. Failing that, Robert Cornell for me.
Okay, yeah. I think either of those were good.
Hey,
Robert Cornell.
They'll both be playing against each other.
That'd be amazing.
That'll be two already that we've had perfect matches.
Robert Cornell would give us a good look at an interceptor. And it's been ages since we've seen a properly foamed PTL interceptor on the stream.
But once I've seen Sunter fell on the bloody board.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, twin iron engine and auto thrusters, not the usual combo.
Yeah, usually there's a stealth price. I suppose maybe it makes sense because there's no Palpatine in the list.
That is true.
Yeah, usually it used to be all about Sunterfeld just tanking damage straight out, but now he's got to be flown well, so that could be interesting. Okay, so Robert Cornell, and then the mini swarm. So that is. Where are I?
Get rid of that.
Yeah. So that is Hal Runner, 3 black ties, and quick draw, isn't it?
That is what the list is. Yeah. Now, we do have a few people who've requested not to be on the stream, so if they are tied together, then we can't stream them, of course. Yeah, I think only one person's asked that, as far as I'm aware.
Well, in terms of the list, there's only one who's got quite clearly in there, no stream.
Yeah, that's because I noted it quite clearly, so we didn't have it on stream.
Absolutely. Okay, what else have we got? So what's Max flying?
He's interesting. Rex Abrath with expertise, X7, twin iron engine.
Yep.
Thomas Bren, TIE shuttle, crack shot, lightweight frame, hot shell cut pilot, rebel captive. A debuffing.
I like
stressing.
That looks fun.
That is interesting.
We do see Tomax on and off, but we haven't seen a TIE shuttle. Never.
And then Pierce back. We haven't seen a striker on stream so far, or for a bit. So Pierce back could be.
But the last time we saw a striker was the Ewing unboxing, or Ewing and the January tournament.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, there are some rebelists I'd like to get on there.
How about we wait and see which of these Empire lists we're interested in? Which of them are paired up against the most interesting rebel lists?
I agree.
That could be paired Imperial.
Because I like Chris Yules.
He loves flying Triple X plus a Z.
I like seeing Triple X plus a Z on the stream.
Yep. Robin Farden is running an interesting list, but I have a very strong feeling we'll probably see him in the cut somewhere.
That is also you've got to consider. If he makes a cut, we're going to end up seeing him twice.
I have a good authority that Michael Maggs is doing very well, and he's got a very nice.
He certainly was 2-0 at lunchtime. So yeah,
I do like Michael's list. I've played it several times. I just can't find a way around it at the moment.
The only ghost build in today's map.
Yes, that'd be interesting to see. What else we got?
We got Fred Tail Shears, Chewbacca, and Lebo.
Okay, it's a personal thing, but I don't think Turret's produced as interesting a game.
Okay,
but it's actually it's a different.
If only Ed Bradley was here. If only Ed Bradley was here.
That would have been perfect.
4 X-wings and a bandit.
Yeah, indeed. So okay, Chris Neals is interesting. Triple Blue Squadron plus Jess. Though we have seen Jess already.
We have seen Jess, and we've seen a few T7s. It'd be nice to see T65.
Yeah. Now, Gareth's list. I love that. Nora Wexley, BB-8 Nora Wexley. So it's an arc dodging Nora Wexley. Ashoka and Nien Num. Black One T70.
Don't have to see him, but with vectored thrusters to give him barrel instead of the BB-8. Nice. It is different.
That is certainly not something you see every day.
Similar to Adam's list, but I think Gareth is the better list personally.
Yeah. So Adam's is Poe, Nora, Ashoka. Yeah.
But no, I do prefer Gareth's list.
Yeah.
We've got Chris, but we've seen Chris.
The
Raging Nora.
Yeah. So I think choose whichever of those Empire lists looks most interesting that is paired up with a decent rebel list that we haven't seen.
At least we've got good ideas. I mean, the round is currently about 2 minutes away from finishing.
Absolutely.
So we have plenty of time. I mean, so discussion time. I mean, any interesting discussions that you want to bring up, Hedge, regarding X-Wing? I mean, I did bring up the other day with David because, as you know, I play Star Trek Attack Wing.
Yes.
And recently they've announced there's a new starter coming, and in that new starter, they're actually re-evaluating all the rules, and they're also printing. Basically, people are saying it's basically a second edition.
Yeah.
And the way they're getting around it is they keep the old packs the same, but they release card packs and faction packs. The idea is a card pack that for existing ship only gives you upgrade cards and ship cards, or a faction pack which is a fleet of ships of a faction. Do you think this could be do you think FFG could look at this and maybe adapt this for the future if they were to go to a version 2?
Not for a while, I think.
Not for a while, but if they were.
Potentially. So far, FFG has shown a marked tendency to work on the game in situ rather than rewrite everything, haven't they?
Yes.
So you get things like, the Chardan refit. You've got the upcoming Star Viper cost. You've got the TIE Defender titles and things like that.
And obviously the backside as well. I love that.
Stuff down. Yeah, indeed. So, and all of that is. It seems to be balancing the game. My one regret about X-Wing at the moment is that there is power creep, and I think in any war game you're inevitably going to get things that get better because as they're released as new stuff, if they're not better or if they don't do different things, people just won't buy them. But unfortunately, one of the results is that the key ships in the game itself, the ones that you should see on the table, are the ones that get left behind.
Yeah.
Talking the TIE Fighter. We're saying, when's the last time you saw an actual TIE fighter on the field? The X-Wing itself, that's not Biggs. The B-Wing, there isn't a single B-Wing here today.
Yeah.
The A-Wing, okay, we've seen a little bit of A-Wing action, but I think, is Owen the only person running A-Wings today?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
But, then again, we're getting the A-Wing Mark II in The Force Awakens.
We are indeed,
but The Last Jedi.
Yeah,
so.
But what happens if it's a T-70 thing? Where some of the T-70s work, but... they leave the classic X-Wing C-65 in the dust.
Yeah, that I think is a concern. I do think there is a little bit of power creep.
Yeah.
But I also think they're trying their best to curb that as well at the same time. I think they definitely set themselves that, okay, Fen Rao with 5 dice is the absolute, there's no way we're going to get any, I don't think we're ever going to get a natural 4 dice primary again.
Fen Rao, Ketsu, the Jump Master, there's been some things lately that really push the power curve a lot. And I think they're now starting to realise and starting to tone it down a bit.
Yeah,
but the Havoc is a nice little thing, actually.
I'm impressed with the most recent wave. I think they've done a decent job of balancing things.
I agree.
Of course, we haven't seen yet. There may be something horribly broken waiting in the wings.
I mean, this is actually what I was discussing the other day in the unboxing, is that a lot of people online, and I say that as like a broad statement, but not everyone, of course, have... The general consensus I saw is that people are very underwhelmed with the wave, at least before it was released. And they couldn't see the point in getting these. And I think, in my mind, in my opinion, what people were doing is they were looking and looking for the new hotness, the new big thing. When really, yes, hello.
That's what I was saying. Not every single ship or card, every card was announced in any of the articles. Like the new Salvage Aftermath, for example.
Yeah.
Was not released. It came out in the pack, and you had to see it with your own eyes first.
Well, yeah, I agree, but at the same time, a majority of the pack was unveiled.
Yes,
and it's very rare that one expansion, and also I'm talking about the ship more than the pack, more than I am anything. But I think it's not a problem with everyone, but some people get the idea of I'm looking for the new hotness when really. It's more there to give you options rather than it is to actually give you something that's really powerful.
For me, I think the Havoc is interesting.
Yes.
You know how I feel about turrets. I'm not too worried about the TIE, but that's a personal thing, and I know not everyone shares my dislike for them.
Well, no.
Yeah, I would like to fly it, but I think for me personally, the turret, for me as a personal point, I would rather fly it on a Y-wing than a.
And the Wookiee thingy, I'm not going to try and pronounce it.
The Azituk.
It's interesting, but it makes me sad that the B-wing is left more in the dust.
Yeah, although if you have trouble pronouncing Azituk, good luck with the pilots.
Yeah. so here's the thing. So let's look at the classic ships from the Star Wars universe, the original films. X-wing.
Yes.
We have Biggs in a couple of lists.
Wedge, Wes, occasionally.
We've got that Chris Yules, but mostly because of Chris Yules. He loves flying.
Yeah, but I still think Wes is fairly good. Wedge is not as good as he was. In Wave 1 to 3, Wedge was amazing.
Yes.
But I think Wes might see a lot more play now, especially with Kestrel.
Yeah, what was your point?
I think everyone agrees the X-Wing could do with a boost.
Oh, I think no one has any debate about that.
Exactly.
I think we will. At the same time, and this is my personal opinion as well, I get concerned that people look at the movie ships and think these have to be better or
I just wanted to be as good. My concern is people coming into X-Wing from outside, new thing. If they look at it and they see, things like the Lancer and Fen Rao and stuff like that on the table, they're going to be going, well, it's the X-Wing miniatures game. Where are the X-Wings?
That is the case. But
I want the movie ships to be something you can take in order to still at least have a decent chance.
I will counter that argument by saying that in terms of your examples, and these only apply to those examples, it doesn't count towards the Jump Master and things like that. the ships that appear in things like Rebels are just as viable and just as iconic as the ships from the films.
I'm going to disagree with you there. Fewer people have seen Star Wars Rebels than will ever see the classic film trilogy.
Well, I agree. Rebels is aimed at a younger crowd, and it's intended to draw in a younger audience.
True, yes. There's arguments both ways there. But
yeah,
I mean, just even if the X-Wing got a boost so that it was competitive with some of the Rebels
I
stuff,
agree. I want the X-Wing to be much more useful than it is now.
So X-Wing needs a boost.
Yes.
Y-Wings. Apart from twin laser turrets, when do you ever see Y-Wings on the field?
Well, when you see Rebel Y-Wings.
Yes, exactly. A-Wings. Owen is running some A-Wings. How often do you see
X-Wings, Y-Wings, Hawks, A-Wings, and B-Wings.
B-Wings,
That's 5 Rebel ships that you rarely see these days.
Exactly, yeah.
And we've got the Hawk, though.
Hawk, yes, but usually it's Jan.
Scum. Scum.
And it's usually Scum.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
You see Palov then more. You say Hawk.
Exactly, yeah.
Whereas... sorry to interrupt, Hedge. Whereas Jan and Kyle are the iconic pilots of the Hawk. So
I personal point, I love flying Kyle more than I do Jan because that whole now the focus going.
I've always loved that ability from him.
Yeah, absolutely. And even on the Imperial side, how often do you see TIE Advance these days, even after they've had a boost?
Even after the boost. That's the problem, is that with more stuff coming in, it means that TIE Advance might need another boost, which is what more can you do?
Exactly. TIE Fighters, we've discussed about how TIE Fighters, some things are just so tough, you can't hurt them. TIE Fighters, 2 dice just doesn't cut it. And the A-Wing suffers from that as well. The A-Wing has some more tricks, but...
Which is why I think the TIE Fighter should get a title or something that allows it to get benefits if it's flying in a swarm.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that.
Maybe similar to yours, where if you're attacking a target that's in the forward firing of another friendly ship, you may get an extra attack dice.
Yeah, something along those lines.
You may see Tom.
Yeah.
You get the attack boost and you also get the crit conversion.
Well, that's, if I'm talking for TIE Fighters, you can't get a TIE.
TIE Bombers are a little bit specialist. They shouldn't be the best dogfighters in the world.
No.
They have a niche use, and we didn't see on the stream, but the last Epic event showed exactly what TIE Bombers can do in the right circumstances.
We talked about that on the stream, actually.
Yeah.
You had 4 TIE Bombers on a
Gazanti cruiser, yeah.
It just spat out all these bombers, and it pretty much destroyed anything.
Yeah. So I'm okay with that. TIE Bombers, I'm actually okay with TIE Bombers where they don't dominate in dogfight. They have a specialist role, which is taking down big, heavy stuff, and they excel when they're given the chance to do that.
Yeah.
Same with Y-Wings then in that case, really.
Little bit, yeah.
But I mean, to be fair, the Y-Wing doesn't really need a push. We just need different pilots for the Rebel ones that are better, and maybe it's something to just give the current one is a bit of a tiny boost. I mean, BTLA4 is nice. It gives you options. Give us another title which gives us something other for the Y-Wing.
Without boosting the twin laser turrets.
Yes.
I would have loved to have had something for a Rebel, so a Rebel-only Y-Wing title, where it gives an unlocked EPT without having to put the asteroid on it. Astromech on it, because you got Cavill, who is like the equivalent of Horton. Yeah, Horton doesn't. Cavill does.
It's a different.
Yeah, no, I know. It's granted.
B-Wings, again. B-Wings used to be a staple. 4BZ used to be the top tier list to beat.
Yeah.
I love flying Kean as well.
Very rare. Kean is good. Thing is, Kean is really the one you see if you see any of these.
10 with score to settle.
Very occasionally.
Very occasionally.
Yeah. But it's just the problem is the curve in terms of offense and defense has been pushed. Ships these days are harder hitting. They are tougher. And B-Wings, for all their 8 hit points, 1 agility doesn't cut it. Especially with the introduction of tractor beams.
What do you think about the way I've always felt about it is, if a ship's not going to be around as long, don't affect its durability. Give it more punch for its durability. It's like, what if they were to introduce a super laser B-Wing? Like a really high attack, but like
from Rebels.
But like a recharge mechanic. So if you do fire it, you're not going to be firing it for like a couple of rounds or a round. But it's like a really punchy
Special
attack.
camo of some kind, maybe. Yeah, I can see that.
Also like a 5, 6, 7 attack dice.
I like 7, but like...
Or cannon, that
but
recharges over
Yeah.
A turn or two.
Give it like a repatch thing, like 5 or 6 attack dice. Make people think that thing needs to die now, and then you can remove bigs. You don't have to bring bigs, because now suddenly you've got another diversion.
Yeah.
Which, this is why
but the B-Wings are fragile anyway.
Yeah, but you're diverting attack.
B-Wings should be one of the toughest Starfighter scale fighters out there, and instead they're one of the most vulnerable.
But they were conceived in the concept of the films, though, as an anti-capital ship fighter, not really a dog fighter.
They were, yes.
That's why me and Tom brought 2 of them to our list.
The trouble is, again, they don't tend to do that either.
That's true.
No, that's not fair. In Epic, a squadron of B-Wings bearing down your enemy is actually very, very viable. But you never see them, ever, in normal games these days. And that, I think, is sad. Because I love the B-Wing design. It's so unconventional. It just looks beautiful.
It looks
great. I love the rotating cockpity thingy, But when was the last time you actually saw a B-Wing in an event?
Yeah, good point. A-Wings will get a boost probably with a Mark II, or I don't know. I think with the Mark II they'll definitely try for a title rather than a variant, because especially since there's not really a lot different design-wise with the.
I don't know. It's extra money. If you can sell people extra spaceships,
that's true.
FFG will sell you extra spaceships.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, that's not to say they can't have a model.
And the model is noticeably different.
Yeah, it does have different.
The new Interceptor with the missing panel gap.
Yes. Can we draw a picture of that? That looks gorgeous. Because I think it's tentatively labelled as Kylo Ren's Interceptor so far, but we don't actually know that much about it.
I wonder what's going on with the next round.
Yeah. Do you want me to pop through and find out?
Yes, please. You don't mind.
Cool.
And is that profile? I would love those wings.
And is this the picture? One of the pictures you're talking about? Oh, that's a good. That's a good. That's actually the Lego model, isn't it?
Yes.
That's a mock, so it's not the official one. But here is apparently a concept art of what it would look like. Left-hand screen. There you go. Which I know people will look at this and think, "Oh no, they're copying Empire Strikes Back." But yeah, well.
Well, this is actually something interesting.
It does actually look really different.
It's an Interceptor, but it's got those sort of like slightly more squashed and dense wingspan.
Could we see a TIE fighter other than Phantom with a cannon upgrade?
Now I'm going to. So what's happened is it's a "damn you" technology moment.
Okay.
The printer has jammed.
Oh,
one of those again.
Yes.
The printer has jammed.
It's not apparently at I think was it a Birmingham event or something like that.
Yeah.
They had problems with the software and the entire thing.
Yeah, that's where I went.
Yeah.
We had a mini "Hey, that's not my fish" mini tournament with the Inquisitor being the promo card.
Well, hopefully we'll have a 4-hour delay.
We've never had anything that bad, have we?
No.
No, we've had minutes and had to do a repair about once or twice. But
I'm going to pop to the Louvre very quickly.
Cool.
So,
but I really like the idea of a cannon on this thing. I
I'd definitely say stats-wise, a 3-3. Yeah, sort of 3-3. So 3 attack, 3 evade. Maybe because the Intercept before was 3 and 0.
3 and 0, yeah.
So 3 and 1 to follow the first order idea of new ships and adding shielding.
It's a lovely design. I absolutely love it. It's also very different from most of Imperial fighters, that it's actually mirrored in a different way.
He's trying to break my arm.
What did you do, Hedge?
I went through the door and this one opened because I was behind the door and it slammed into my...
You're right.
Fine. It's going to be a bruise, that's about it.
Oh.
Right, what were we thinking?
Alright, what we got?
So some of those Imperial pilots, and let's see who they're matched against.
I am so sorry, you've made a slight miscalculation in the last round.
Why?
You missed out on all X-Wings versus all TIE Fighters.
Oh!
Literally, it was beautiful!
Why didn't you tell us?
So beautiful!
Why didn't you tell us?
It was 4 crackshot TIE Fighters with the TIE SF versus 4 generic TIE T-70s. X-Wing T-70s.
Okay.
It was beautiful.
On the other hand, that would have been hell to keep track of.
That would have been
So
absolutely
hell
hell.
to keep track of, but it was beautiful.
Where are those?
Lloyd Bowen?
Where are those TIE fighters?
John
John
Easter.
Easter.
We've already
Seen
had
John.
him on board.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we've already had John.
Max Bull.
Max Bull.
Michael, by the way.
Stephen Sage.
Michael, by the way,
Stephen
playing
Sage.
Paul
Double
Owen.
Angry Birds, Double Falcon.
Michael Max is playing Paul Owen. I think he's might be scum. Though.
Robert Cornell.
Mr. Cornell.
Richard Conley, Double Fire Sprays.
But yeah, again, we've got more scum.
Yeah,
I know,
but
Who's the other one?
You're gonna
Josh
get
Ince.
scum today.
Josh Ince.
Josh Hintz. What's Josh Hintz got?
Mr. Ince, is against Freddie Taylor Shearer.
Freddie
That's
Chewy
Kane and Lever.
Chewy
No, it's Chewy Lever.
Sorry, sir.
I reckon the double sprays.
I agree. Double 5 spread.
Double fresh, so we're going for Mr. Richard Connolly.
Richard Connolly and Robert Cornell.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. You
Okay.
need to always choose the pairs that are together.
Well, yeah, it's more efficient. You know?
Yeah.
I will give you the name of the.
Who should we have on the left?
Huh?
Who should we have on the left?
Let's have Scum on the right, please.
Scum on the right.
Best spin side.
Right. I'm going to pop to Lou now while you're setting that up.
All right. But yeah, I love the design. It's very different from most.
Yeah.
Because most of the fighters, you split down the middle, and that's the mirrored image. Here, it's not just split down the middle; it's split across the middle of the arc. So, I mean, yes, most can do that, but it's different. The fact that it's top heavy, plus the wings reminds me of another design. Which, if I go back to the booth very quickly, it's from Star Wars, The Old Republic. A tie. There's actually a tie design in the Old Republic.
Okay.
That's very similar. There it is. It's a very similar wing design to this ship. I can't remember what the name of it is, but left hand side, very similar wing design with an interesting thing with the panels that go up. Not the exact same, but close enough. If we go back to show you the interceptor. Oh, there it is. So you go very similar wing design.
Yeah, definitely. Part of me would love to see the stat line as 3-3-3-1 because of the whole First Order adding a shield to stuff. Like,
but just because
TIE Fighter became a 3-1 with the First Order.
But just because that was established with the TIE FO doesn't mean that should be a thing that happens every time. I think you put yourself into a corner if you go like that.
Granted, but yeah, you see my point there.
I mean, the TIE SF isn't a TIE Fighter.
Lloyd was the TIE Fighter build. Chris Neal was the.
It wasn't generic. It was Jess with three blues.
Oh yeah, no, sorry.
It's fine. But yeah, that's fine. Cool. Thank you, Chris.
That's alright.